Have you ever been going through it so bad that you forgot you've been through way worse? Well, that's been me for the past couple weeks, actually. And then God just threw me a little reminder like, hey, remember this time? So I'm going to give a little testimony. So it was this time in my life that was just like the worst. I was stuck in a city where I knew nobody, and I was in a shelter. So I literally broke all the rules in the shelter, and I got kicked out. So I ended up coming back to the city where I had previously been living, knowing I wasn't supposed to leave because I was on probation. So I was pretty much on the run, if you want to put it that way. And in the midst of that, of course, I was still doing things I shouldn't have been doing, and I ended up heading back to go to court. So I'm driving, it's a 3-hour drive, and the car breaks down. I'm like, there is no way that this car just broke down and I'm gonna be late to court. So I made a sign on a notebook I had that said Indianapolis, and I proceeded to hitchhike, which was probably one of the scariest things I've ever done in my life. But for whatever reason, I got picked up, and it was a guy that was going to Indianapolis, and I explained the situation, and he just happened to be a God-fearing man. So even in the midst of everything, God sent someone trustworthy to take care of me in my darkest hour. So, we talk, and, he's really encouraging me, and he gives me a little bit of money and buys me some food. And I get there and I'm late to court, and I end up being put back in jail because I was late to court, which really sucked. But that's way worse than what I have going on right now. And I mean, that's just a portion of what's happened in my life where that's way worse than the circumstances that I'm facing now. And even in the midst of my darkness, God showed me, I'm here. I have your back. I'm going to meet you where you don't even expect to be met by me. And he did. And I still made it. And even though I ended up in jail, I was safe. I wasn't stuck on the highway or anything else like that. I wasn't stuck anymore. I got where I was meant to be. And unfortunately, at that time, it was jail. So I just want to encourage somebody. It's not as bad as it used to be. And even though it may seem like the tests and trials and struggles that we're facing now seem to be greater, they're definitely not greater than the things that we've already been through, that God has brought us through. So if he was with me and with us back in our darkest times, and we've turned ourselves over to him now, we just have to reach out and grasp the things that he's already given us and stop being selfish, because we're meant to help others. But if we're stuck in depression, if we're stuck in anxiety, if we're just stuck in ourselves and not allowing for him to flow through us, it becomes a problem. So don't let it be a problem. Remember, God loves you, and so do I. Have a blessed one, y'all.